Good afternoon. This is Tisha McDonald's Alternatives Beauty Studio.
And this is Tanika Gillar. I am naturally yours.
How was your day, Nikki? How was your day?
It was okay. I'm trying to log in here on Facebook on my phone. So if I'm looking down, it's just because I'm waiting for this to link up and see who's coming in and who's
Hey,
responding.
I like those earrings. Are those Dadas?
Of course, they're Yogi Dada earrings.
Shout out to Yogi.
Yes, there
Those
we
are
go. I
really
got
nice.
you up here. Thank you.
Are those from the new collection?
Yes, and these was the only pair. Um, these are called the Guru. The Guru.
What?
Uh, yeah, Guru.
Those are
Yeah.
nice. I like
These
those.
my first time wearing them, and it's for the people. There we
Yes.
go.
Okay. Okay. Very
The,
nice.
she told the story about how her niece called her a funky person, like a
Yes.
guru funky
Yes.
person. So this inspired these earrings. That's what inspired these
All right.
earrings. So
Very
yeah, but
nice.
anyway, my day was good. Been a little busy, a little tired, but I'm happy to be off today. No clients today, no rushing back and forth today. It's all about my angel today because she has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So it's going to be a long day after the live. How
Okay.
was your
Oh,
day?
after the live. Okay. My day is pretty good. Smooth. Smooth. Um, I got my workout in today. It's a nice sunny day, but it's already you can feel the fall weather coming in. It's been a little chilly
Okay,
outside. All
okay,
right, so let's
okay.
get into this.
Yeah, it's chilly out here as well.
Okay, okay. So let's get into let me just turn my book over. 10 ways or more to get and retain your clients. So we've talked about some of these things before, but you can never reiterate too much. And it seems like you guys are really liking our business talk. And so now this is the third business talk we've had, this is the third show in a week that we're doing for business. So let's get into it, Tanika. So
Well,
one of
Tisha,
the
I think because people like this series so much, we might need to make it a downloadable for the people.
You might be right about that, Nikki. You might be right about that. And we do have these announcements. Do you want to start off with the announcements?
No, no, no. I was just making a point of that. But
Okay.
go ahead to your point number one on attaining clients, maintaining clients.
Well, I'm gonna reverse some of the way we have it. Your first one, obviously, is word of mouth. If you do good work, it'll get into the streets. It'll get into the
Mhm.
streets fast, just like gossip.
Okay, see, the reason why I was going to put that last because that's the ding, ding, dinger. But
Okay.
yes, yes. You know how you count down from 10, 9,
Yes,
8, and
yes,
then number
yes.
one, that's how I would have done it. But yes, word of mouth, you can never go wrong with word of mouth. And I think that's still what's relevant today. It doesn't even matter with social media and all of that. People are going to want to reference. So even if they went to a platform and said, hey, I'm looking for someone that does home repair, they're going to go still by the word of mouth of someone that they know, like, and trust, and say, okay, so Tisha used this person. She said they were real good. They're reputable. I'm going to go off of her word. And then also what I find is that people will go, if it has like 3 or 4 people agreeing, then they'll say, okay, that must be the person that I need to go to. So it's still word of mouth, even though it's in the social media platform now.
I think we're gonna end up going over our timing with this one today because this is just
Okay.
a lot.
Yes.
To piggyback off of what you just said briefly, social media, like let's say you go to Google and you might have not so good of a listing or you might have a good. You still need that word of mouth because my husband is big on just because they it's a negative review, that's what their perspective was on that because they may
Yes.
have had like you're more apt to get on a computer and put something negative than to put something positive.
Absolutely.
So he says that often. Like people when they're upset, they want to automatically give you a negative review. It doesn't even matter how good you are. But if
Right.
their experience wasn't, yeah.
Okay, let me just say hi to Marquetta. Thank you for joining us today. She's one of my regular clients. I'm turning my volume down so you don't get feedback.
Because I did hear it.
Yes. Hey, Marquetta.
So yeah, so that's the first one. Um, one that you said was honesty.
Yes, my thing, I don't know if this is two different ones on your sheet, but being honest. So everyone knows I do braids, but I do not do weaves. And there's certain faux locks that I will not do. So being honest with your clients or whatever. If you don't do it, just say you don't do it. Don't pretend that you do it. And then they spend their money. And then at the end of the day, when they come back to you complaining, then you say, oh, you can't get no refund. Oh, there's nothing I can do. So that goes into integrity, because you have to be honest. Be honest in the beginning and say, hey, I don't do relaxers. I don't do color. I'm not going to sit here and play with you and take your money. And then when something goes wrong, act like I don't know,
Or it's your fault. Or it's your fault. It's the client's fault.
Right.
And we're coming from the hair perspective, but it could go for any business. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like if I don't do a certain thing, I'm not going to say I do it. I get so many clients that come from other salons that they don't specialize in locks. They'll do locks, and that's fine. Say you do locks. Don't tell me that you specialize in it, because then I get all of this repair work. Can you fix this? And and then they'll tell the name of the salon and all of that. And I don't even ask. It's not like, oh, where did you go? No, it's, oh, I went over to this salon and this is what they did. And they jacked up my,
Okay.
so just be honest. If you don't specialize, if you don't do it, just say you don't do it, especially when it comes to like combining locks and stuff like that. It's like, oh my God, what did they do? What do you mean they cut it to, anyway,
Yes.
horror story.
Yes. Yeah. Horror story. And I had that. Someone that I work with, she was like, yeah, the person was doing color and she could see what that person did wrong, but she blamed it on the client.
Yeah,
She did exactly
that's
what
like
you
the worst thing
said.
to do is blame it on the other person.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, try to make them feel better. That's how you're going to get a positive review. Oh,
Yes.
this person screwed up but when I spoke to the owner or I spoke to the manager, they did this to try and combat, the bad situation. But then you do have
Yes.
shysters out there. You do have shysters at the same time. And sometimes,
Yes.
we say social media, but if you're in business, you got to be ready for that negative review.
Right.
You
Right.
can't take it too personal, even though if it's your business, it's your baby. But you can't please everybody all the time. I think
No,
that's
you
what I'm trying
can't.
to say.
Yeah, yeah. And if you do mess up, I say take responsibility and repair it.
Yes, for sure. So, speaking of social media, some of us need to clean up our profiles. That was a good tip from you.
Yes, I'm working on redoing Rain's brand, and I talked to someone about setting her colors up for me for the purple and green, because it should be clean and good. Now, when I go through, if you do carpentry or home repair or hair, and I go through and I just see pictures of you and your family, which is fine, or you and your dog, or you out smoking weed, or you out partying. I don't take your business seriously. I don't see enough information on what you have to offer. So no, it's not a clean profile. I had to tell that to one of my close friends years ago. Like, don't put that up there on your social media. Yeah, you having a good time, but don't nobody want to see you smoking a hookah. That's not
Mm,
professional. It's not professional. And so you can have your personal page and your professional page, but people are still going to look at both pages and they're going to see what you're
professional and
doing.
personal.
Yeah, professional and personal. And people are going to see what you're doing and judge you from that. Even jobs are looking at your social media now to see if they're going to hire you for the job.
That's what I was just gonna say. Even getting jobs, they are looking, and they will even go
Hold
so
on,
far as.
T. 1 second. I want to say, hey, nephew, Foster J is watching. Foster's watching. Hey, Foster.
So yes, oh, I see. Um, I'm just chatting him out.
Okay, so
So,
real quick, while she's doing that, y'all can always catch the replay. Thank you guys for catching the replay. Thank you guys for sharing it out. And this is the Twin This with Tisha McDonald and Tanika Gillard. both hair care professionals in the industry for a long time, and both in the health science field as a mortician and as a nurse. Both into the foster care. Well, we were foster care children, but Tisha specializes in the care for foster needs children, and I'm more for special needs and handicapped children. So just welcome to the Twinness, and we are talking about 10 ways to attain new clients, to maintain them and retain them. So, I'm not from Alabama at all, and I'm just giving some tips on how I got my business started and what helped me to stay in business. And Tisha is doing the same as well.
So we was talking about cleaning up that profile, and yes, you want to do that as quickly as possible because they'll go. And I'm going to use Foster as an example, just because he's on here. So let's say you have a young person that's coming in for a job. You want Foster to go into, let's say, Michael's profile. You're not going to put yourself on that person's profile page, and then he's going to friend you, and then he's going to share with you what he saw on your page. They're going that far. Businesses are going that far because if they're young, they want to see what is this young person doing. They might go through the back door and peek at what you're doing, the higher ups, but they will have someone young go in and friend you because you're more likely to friend them if y'all of the same age or the same background or whatever.
Yes.
That's all I have to say on that.
Okay, we're going to move on to point 3. We're going to say hi to Dee, and we're going to say hi to Francine.
Hello. And that was point 3. Point 1 was word of mouth. Point 2 was honesty. Part 3 was clean up your social media profile. Then you have your traditional ways of getting and attaining clients, which is the TV and the radio.
Okay, for me, moving from New York to Alabama, I knew no one down here. So besides word of mouth, getting that old school, putting out flyers and stuff. Besides doing that, I would do radio advertisements and some TV commercials. I know Foster remembers the hustle and the grind. I would be doing photo shoots and just doing things just to get my name out there. Sometimes you have to go back to that grind and that hustle. Just to get yourself started, you have to go to ground zero. And sometimes ground zero is the best way to go because it builds you up slowly instead of just throwing you out there,
Yes, and the more they see you or hear you, then they'll get to know you. Like we've been doing this now, and now we're starting to finally pick up. We're starting to grow, and this is a newer way. This is not the traditional way, but radio and TV is still a way to go. People still watching TV. It's not as because most people now are watching Netflix, Hulu, but people are still listening to the radio. However, it's more so like
Pandora, iHeartRadio.
Yes.
But what you can do now, you can get advertising on there. And a lot of people are doing podcasts. So people like to tune into different podcasts. And if you find your niche in your market, you go ahead out there. And so that's another thing that I need to just really say real quickly, because I know a lot of people are starting their businesses during this COVID. And we're home. And so I've seen a lot of businesses know what you want to do, because there's a young lady who started her t-shirt line, but she want to do more than t-shirts. But let's get your name out there first. You have a focus. Let's focus in on what it is that you want to tell the people, because there are so many t-shirt lines out. What's going to make yours distinguished from everyone else's?
All right. Periodic discounts.
I do periodic discounts. Because I want my clients to know that I do appreciate them. And usually that's going to be in the months of November. Sometimes I'll do it at the end of May when summer is about to hit and they're getting ready to go on vacation. It hasn't been this year because of, what's going on. But Thanksgiving time, I'm really grateful for my clients for their support throughout the year. So I like to do a little discount there. Or if you've been consistent with me for a long period of time, it's like, okay, I got to do something special just for you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a hair discount. I can give you an oil, or I might do a discount, or I might just shampoo your hair and condition it, or do a steam treatment. It's going to be something that's worthwhile for you, just to say, thank you, I do appreciate you.
Ding, 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 ding. We're opposite.
You're opposite.
We're opposite. I do give a discount every now and again. I don't give it during the holidays. I don't give it Mother's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I don't give a discount then, because Well,
That's your peak
that's another,
season.
that's another show. Um,
Okay.
but I do give it like, later on at different times. And I do give it to, like you said, the ones that's very consistent. Sometimes I'll throw in a free steam treatment, something like that. Um, but we're opposite right there.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
hold on. Understand that these have to be my clients that have been consistent and have been rocking with me for years. It's not going to be for just the newcomers that's like, oh, I want to jump in on that discount. No, it's for the ones that have been with
I
me.
got you. I got
All
you.
right.
I got you. Or you want to give that if the periodic discounts would be for like if you have a new product that's coming out and you want them to test it for you. Again, that would be
Mhm,
something I would give to my regulars, not
mhm.
a new client. So if I'm coming out with this new scented oil, matter of fact, I could give you an example. Renee, she makes my products. Um, she had made me some small bars, and I was giving those out because this one I wanted to make a soap line, and so she was making lavender soap for me. Um, she made a few different kinds, and I was giving those out as Christmas gifts, I believe. But I was thinking I was going to go that route, but it
Mhm.
never really took off. So I was like, okay, that's not going to work for me.
Okay. And my discount, well, for me, I have my little testers when it comes to rainbows and her line. So I'll make crop tops for adults and for babies, but I'll have my little people that will test it out for me so I can know where I need to improve or fix certain things. But that's just totally different. Anyway, moving on, y'all. This is the Twinness, Tisha McDonald and Tanika Gillard. We're the Twinness, but she's up north. I'm in the south. We have different points of views, but sometimes we have the same point of view. So you heard that we do not agree when it comes to the discounts or when the discount should be given. But, thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for catching the replay.
Yes. And we have one that was very similar, free gift certificates and a small token. That
Okay.
still goes with periodic discounts, etc.
Right.
So the next one is you can retain, maintain, and attain clients if you have good quality service and if you have good customer service.
Yes. Customer service is number one.
Number one, number
Mhm.
one. Tanika, we have a book, How to Choose a Salon. It's a freebie. It's a freebie.
Mhm.
And one of the things I say is, how is it when you first walk into a salon? Is it welcoming? Is it, is the person greeting you warm, welcome? How do you like the smell? I mean, it is about customer service. When you walk in there, you want to feel, oh, this is home. I can be here. This is the place that I want to be. And then you will see the quality once you see what was I ready to say? The quality after you see the customer service. I could not think of
Okay.
that word, Tanika. So go ahead, Nikki. I'm sorry.
Customer service, yes, because it starts with a smile.
Yes.
But anyway, because that
Starts
is
over the
you.
phone. So when your client is calling, you can have a first time client. And a lot of times I'll get calls that I don't know, maybe Georgia or North Carolina. I'm like, this is not a local call, but it's all in the way you answer your phone because people could tell if you're smiling when you answer the phone. It's a difference between, hi, how you doing? Alternatives Beauty Salon, how may I help you? And Alternatives Beauty Salon, how may I help you? There's a difference between a smile and a non-smile. So
Yes,
just from the phone call, that's the initial. That's the
yes,
initial,
yes, that's
I'm sorry.
true. That's true. And then because marketing is all in how you make a person feel, the way you look, all of that. That's part of marketing as
Yeah,
well.
I have another example. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go on, but I have a client, and I'm just going to put it out there because we're honest here. She's of another race, and she wants a weave, and that's fine. So she called, and she's coming from an hour away. She's coming on this week, Tuesday, and she called me after hours, but I still answered the salon phone, and she was coming for a consultation. So I said, I don't want you to drive an hour away just for a consultation. We could talk. Just tell me some stuff about your hair, this, that, and the other. She went into this whole big deal about what was going on with her hair. And so I said, okay, let's set your appointment up for Tuesday. She said, thank you so much. You sound like you know what you're doing. I sent her pictures of my work as we were on the phone. Was that customer service? Yes, it was. One, I am taking your call after hours. Two, I'm spending the time to discuss what your hair needs are, listening to what you're saying happened with you, and why. How did you find out about me? You're not from my area. Three, even added a cherry to the top. I do not
Uh-oh.
go with my clients to the beauty supply store, but because she doesn't know what she's getting, she's saying, I want straight blonde hair. I said, I will meet you at the beauty supply. Is that customer service? That's customer service.
Yes.
And
That's
then because
going
she's coming from
above.
too far, yeah, it's going above and beyond. You know, she's coming from a distance. She doesn't really know where to buy the hair. She doesn't know what kind of hair to buy. Now I'm going out of my way. Am I charging her for that? Yes, I am. But I'm giving her good customer service. You know, and I sent her my work and she was like, you do gorgeous work. And now we went from that initial conversation. Now she's really texting me after. Can't wait to meet you. You know, so this is going to be great meeting her on Tuesday.
Okay, okay.
Above
I
and
saw
beyond.
some
Above
hearts
and beyond.
going up and I'm not sure who the hearts are from, but thank you for the hearts. We'll take the love.
So this is Tisha and Tanika, the twinnists. We thank you for joining us today. This is our third uh, show on business, pretty much our third show in a row on business because you guys keep asking and wanting to know more. Okay,
I didn't have anything. I'm ready for the next point.
next point, brand awareness. You touched about this. When people see my logo, they know who I am. But it took 11 years for this brand to get known. Wait a minute, let me stand up. I don't know how this is going to work.
We can see you too far. There you go.
This is another one of my logos. People love this is my original logo, and it says Alternatives Beauty Studio. When people see my brand, when they see my logos, I can't seem to get it right.
You got it. We see it.
They know exactly who it is. But it took me a few years to get my brand known in my area. But when people see that logo, I know that. They might not know the name, but they're like, I know that salon. I know what's the name of it again? They know it. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yes. When they see Naturally Yours. Wait, there you go. When they see the logo here, or when they see rainbows with all the bright colors with the rainbow and the butterfly, they are aware of Rainbows and Naturally Yours logo. So I'm very proud of that. I even have, like, I think I told the story before when I even called the Civic Center and said, this is Naturally Yours. They're like, hey, we know Naturally Yours. Then I said, well, I'm representing Rainbows this time at the event. And they're like, okay, we got you. So to be known just by your name and by your word, which is going back to integrity, honesty, word of mouth. These people know me just from what they've heard or what they've seen over the years, not that they know me personally.
Yesterday, I was to an event to support one of my clients who was opening up her real estate. It's a big deal. I'm like, okay, it's her broker, property management, credit repair. It's like all under one umbrella, black owned. And when I got there, there was people there that knew me that I did not remember. And I'm like,
Wow.
well, you know, and that's because of the hair shows and stuff like that as well. But also, I had gotten a call because there was another salon that opened up and used the silhouette purple logo. And my client was very upset about it. It didn't upset me, but she was very upset. She said the person is trying to confuse people to make them think that it's your salon. So I had to take a ride by. And I was like, no, it's a single silhouette. You know, it doesn't look like mine. And I wasn't really offended, you know, but my clients were like, what's going on there? You know,
Right, right.
you can imitate. So
Yes, yes, just like these earrings, Yogi Dada originals. And I love her earrings, but then people started coming out after her and they are just not the same. They're not the same quality. They're just not the same as the original person who started this type of work. And so it's like, no, I do have other wooden earrings that are made out of real wood by a different person. And I love those too. I love that person's work as well, but not the hand painted that y'all just now trying to jump on board. And she's been doing this for many, many years.
all right, let's move on. Who is your target market?
I
You
touched
gotta
on
know
that.
who's you gotta know who you're targeting. Now, some people it's a controversy. It's a controversy because I might say I specialize in natural hair care, and then there's others that's like, I don't want to just specialize in anything. I want to do everything.
Do it
Okay,
all.
do everything. You know, but I'm telling you what I specialize in because then if you have an issue, they're gonna say go to this person because she specializes in. You don't go to a pediatrician if you have, a cancer. I don't know. You know how to You should
Okay, you don't go to a
medical plan.
pediatrician if you have problems with your joints and your bones. You need to see an orthopedist,
Okay,
not a
thank you.
pediatrician. You don't need to see a gynecologist if you have high blood pressure. You want to go
Right.
see an internal medicine doctor.
Yes.
I got it. I get it. And I tell people that all the time. I say, you want someone that specializes. Okay, so let me just go here real quick. So I'm going to get my hair colored. That's coming up, you guys. And so I needed a colorist. I
Ding, ding,
didn't
ding,
want
ding, ding. We're opposite. I never color and you color. Go ahead.
I don't cut. Oh, yeah, our hair.
Yes.
Okay, yes, but I just wanted to change. So
Uh-huh.
anyway, so someone was like, "Aren't you a professional?" Yeah, I do hair. I do natural hair and braids. I do not do color. I do not specialize in color. She was going on about how someone messed up her hair and they were supposed to be a professional. Hey, you didn't seek out a colorist. I need someone that specializes, that know how to do what they do. And the young lady, she clipped some of my lock ends and she did a test on it right then on the spot. And she was like, okay, I already know what I need to do to your hair to get the color that you need. And so, I believe in specialty because they're going to go to the person that specializes, just like you said.
Yes. Love that. Love that. But know who your audience is. Is your audience the younger crowd? Is it the older crowd? Now that you can mix. With hair, you can mix that. I have a mix of from like 5 years old all the way up to maybe 70 something. So hair, you can kind of mix that up. Um, but you need to know, well, who are you trying to market to? Dada, is she marketing to? That's your artistic side. That's your creative
Mhm,
side.
mhm.
I wear Dada, but if it weren't for you, I probably wouldn't be wearing Dada. Wouldn't be my, thing.
But and that's where you have to market to that specific audience. Like we're talking about Yogi, but she'll
Look at that.
do. Hey,
Look at the
Janine,
sex
Janine is on there. She'll do like the small ditties for like professional people that don't want to wear something large like I like to wear.
Yes.
And with me, with the rainbow line, and I keep saying my audience are the babies. That's who I want, are the babies. Somehow, my young adults keep getting in there. So I'm going to have to market to each audience what they need. And so, yeah, I have my niche, but sometimes you get those outliers, is what I call them, the people
Okay.
that don't belong in there, but they want to get in there anyway, like my young people. And also, like McDonald's, they don't just brand to or market to one group of people. They're going to have their Spanish commercials with the Spanish people. They're going to have, African American, they're going to have the Caucasian, they're going to cater to the babies with the, Happy Meals and stuff like that so that the parents could buy the Happy Meal for the crying little bratty
All
children.
in marketing, babe. It's all in
All in
marketing.
marketing and knowing your audience, who you're trying to reach at that particular time.
That's right. So we're talking again on the Twinness about how to attain, retain, and maintain your clientele, keep your business going. Because through the whole COVID thing, a lot of businesses have closed. Some of these things would have worked for them. Others was just not able to sustain.
And it's
So
also good for people that's just starting their business from the ground up, knowing where to start or how to go, because sometimes when you're starting out, you just don't know where to go or what to do or who to reach out to.
right. All right, let's go to the next one. I must say I'm guilty, but staying on trend. Staying on trend. Now I can stay on trend as far as the hair, whatever. But I am not on trend. I am not on trend when it comes to, I want to say scheduling. Like, I'm not going to say social media because it's not a social media thing, but like, all right, I'll give you an example. I had clients come in on Tuesday, and it's actually Cheryl and her girls. Everybody that knows me know I don't do computers well and all of this. So she said, Tisha, you don't put your appointments in your phone? And I was like, no. She's in her 20s. A little disrespectful, but I understood it. She meant it as a joke. She said, you're so archaic. Yes. Because I said, nope. I still write my appointments in my appointment book. And she said, you are so archaic. And I'm
That's
just like,
okay.
that's okay. Because you know what? If I lost my phone, I have it written down, I can
Tisha,
always go back to it.
I rely on my phone, and the other stylist that's at the shop, she's archaic like you. She writes hers down. She said, I tried to do it, but it just don't work. But no, I need to go back to that because when my little funky phone stopped working and was frozen for 5 days, I
That's
couldn't
what I'm
tell
talking
what
about.
appointments I had, who was scheduled, what appointment. I couldn't tell because I didn't have a phone for 5 days. And so someone else said that to me. They was like, Nikki, you might just need to go back to writing it down. And now that's a lot to keep up with, but
To
I
me, it was
understand.
what took me off of that was I had it where you can schedule online through my website. You can make your appointment, but if I did not take from my appointment book to input it into the computer, that space was blocked. Now I'm overbooking. So
Hmm.
I was like, look, that's too much for me. I'm not
Hmm.
doing that. I will stick with my. So you have to call me to make an appointment. You can
Yeah.
text me to make an appointment, and people love that. So I'm staying
Hmm.
on trend there, but I am
Yeah,
not
she's the
doing
same way.
the
She
scheduling
said she was
online.
overbooking, it was overbooking her with the site and everything. And sometimes that happens to me. I have to go in, like today is Sunday. I'll go in, block off time so that I'll know what's going on with my appointments. It is a lot to keep up with, but I think that sometimes it just takes a minute to get used to, and then once you get it, it's really easy to do.
All right. So staying on trend, but staying on trend is like, yeah, keeping up with what's going on today. We did not talk about the justice that just passed away, but everybody knows about it. Everybody's been talking about it. We don't like to talk politics on this. That's not our profile.
But we
So
do give respect.
do want to give her respect. Yes. So staying on trend. That's important. I already touched on this. And then we only have two more after. Well, we touched on this one, the before and after photos. When I mentioned that the lady that's coming on Tuesday, I started sending her photos right through my phone. Um, so that is another way to retain because they want to know what have you done? What did it look like before? What does it look like after? We call those the lookbooks. Back in the day, it was called lookbooks.
Mhm.
I don't keep a lookbook anymore.
Right. Everything is in your phone. And I had a client to do that yesterday. She's regular, her and her daughter, but someone else was asking if I can lock relaxed hair. And so she needed some photos of me doing the relaxed hair. And so locking relaxed hair. And so I did that later on in the evening after I finished my clients. I sent her pictures, videos, and everything. And she said she got everything. Thank you so much. So that is your lookbook. Most everything is technology. It's in the phone. So, you can always pull it up.
Yeah, right before we came on, I had just made an appointment with one of my Spanish clients. I do him and his three sons. And so he asked me to lock his son's hair this coming Friday. And I automatically said, I won't say his name, can I film your son on Friday when I do him? And he said, is it for a live? I'm like, it's not for a live, but I need to use him because people want to know, can I lock straight hair, wavy hair? And the father has locks, and I had locks all three of his sons already before, but they were younger. Now they're older, and he wants to redo his locks. He misses his
Okay.
locks, and then his other son is getting braids. So I want to take that and just ask your clients. They'll be more than willing to help you if they know what you need done. So I
Hmm.
said, can I film? He said, yes. So now when we go in, he's going to see that the camera is going to be on and the lights are going to be ready because I already informed him and asked him,
And
can
real
you help me
quick
out?
on staying on trend, two things. Two things. One, like all of these magazine covers that's behind me, those are years ago, maybe 16, 17, 18, 19, maybe. So now you want to be sure that you still staying up with your new work, your photos and stuff. They want to see something current, not necessarily 2015, even though it's only 5 years ago. They want to make sure that you're still relevant because like the faux locks now got the goddess faux locks and the bohemian faux locks and all of that stuff. Whereas when I first did my shoot for the magazines, it was just the burnt tips and that was it. Also, staying on trend, like I was out today and I see a lot of sweatsuits. So, and there's a lot of sweatsuit companies that I'm starting to follow on IG. And so that seems like that's going to be or athleisure wear is what they're calling it now. And so that is a trend for some people.
Okay. We already talked, well, no, a good website. A good website with your pricing. That is our last tip for the day.
Okay, go ahead.
My website is awesome. I love my website. And let me tell you, I'm not saying that because it's my website, but what I did was now I told you, Cheryl, she does my website. But I went into someone else. I got a referral for someone else who does the same thing, but a little deeper. And I said, go into my website and tell me what's needed to be done. He said he only saw two things, and it was really more like one and a half things that
Okay.
needed to change. I didn't have enough keywords for my SEO. But
Oh,
and it
wow.
was one other thing. Oh, he told me, well, I told you this before, but I don't know if I should put this out there. Nobody's looking for Premiere. Nobody's looking for Premiere. Who's looking for Premiere Beauty Studio or Premiere Braiding Salon? Nobody's looking for that. So he helped me out with that. So
Okay.
that was it. But your website should have good, clean photos. It should have your price list. It should have your hours of service. Um, and the such.
Okay.
So yeah, I love my website. And on my website, you can visit. It has a shop area where you could go onto my online beauty supply store. That's a great thing. Go ahead, Nikki.
Okay, I like my website as well because you can book appointments there. You can see my services that are offered. You could get products, T-shirts, and things like that. And so I like my website for that. I had a great girl to work on my site for me. And if I have any complications or problems, I'll call her up and say, hey, what's going on here? And so, and it's easy to manage for me. I could add something to it or take it away if I needed to. So what I just did, T, was post what you're about to announce.
What am I about to announce? The
Our
twinless.
website.
The
Yeah,
twinless. That's what I'm getting
yes.
ready to say. You can find us. We have our new website up. We're still working on it behind the scenes, but it is functional. So we're excited about that. And on our website, we have 6 books, guys. 6 books that we took the time to write for you during this pandemic because we were getting so many questions and we wanted to give you guys answers. The books are not expensive at all. They are at minimum and has a lot of good information on it or in it. Stuff that we may not have covered on the show, you will get in those 6 books. And you get a freebie, How to Choose a Salon. That's a free book. And it is bit.ly Twinness. So you want to go to bit.ly/Twinness. And that's our website. And I am so excited about it. And we're going to be posting things like our events. We're going to be posting the past lives that we've done so you guys can catch up. If y'all haven't seen, you can see us where we started and where we are now. And I just want to say thank you guys. Y'all have been so supportive. And even the ones that we don't see on live now, we are getting from behind the scenes. Teacher, I watched your show today. I loved it. Tanika, we saw your show today. We can't believe how alike y'all look. Y'all give some really good advice. Y'all keep me live or whatever they say. I live for Sundays or whatever. So,
Yes.
yes. So this has been really great for us and great for you guys because it gives y'all like a little break in your day. You hear what we have to say, the same or separate, but we want to say thank you for your support.
Yes, thank you guys. This is Nikki of Naturally Yours. I am in Birmingham, Alabama. You could always go to my website, book your appointments. I am naturallyyours.com.
I am Tisha McDonald, Alternatives Beauty Studio, and my website is alternativesbeauty.studio. And I want to say thank you guys for watching today. Just say thank you.
Y'all have a great day.
Have a good day. We will see you Wednesday evening. Thank you, Marquetta. She said, congratulations.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. I didn't know you hung in there with us this long.
All right. So we want to say thank you and have a good day. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.